All right, folks. Welcome to the Littleton Slapshot 10UA final between your Littleton Hawks red team and the Colorado Springs Tigers. Championship game. Littleton was able to defeat Foothills this morning. Well, the Colorado Springs Tigers won round robin play and earned an automatic bid to the finals. There's only 5 teams uh, in our division, so that's how the bracket worked out this year. So, for the second time this tournament, and a second time in 2 days, these teams will face off. This will be our 6th meeting with the Colorado Springs Tigers across this season. They hold the edge with 3 wins to 2 over Littleton, and the Hawks are looking to even up that score today, and potentially 1 or 2 more meetings throughout the year if they make it into playoffs and the state tournament. So 12 minutes on the clock, first period, face-off down. Mikey went back to the D. D passes up in the neutral zone, and it's going to get dumped down by Colorado Springs down behind the net. Littleton digs it up, reverses it up, throws it up the boards, and it's going to pop out to the neutral zone. Tigers try to regroup. Loose puck in the neutral zone, and Hawks come up with it. Mikey shovels it up the board to Ogre. Ogre picks it up on the close side board, can't get it deep. Colorado Springs brings it back the other way. Littleton D forces them wide. Centering pass picked up by Littleton and poked up to Ogre. Ogre is going to skate wide, try to stick handle through the middle. Gets poke checked, and the puck gets sent down deep. Steven has the puck down behind the net. Can't control it. Picked up by the Tigers. And they try to run a breakout. Littleton intercepts the puck and sends it back down low again. Wrapped around the net behind the boards to the far side. Picked up by the Tigers, and they're going to skate it out of the zone. 2-on-2 action on the rush, and pass can't connect for the Tigers, and it goes down behind the net for Littleton. Littleton D skates it up. Soft pass up to get the breakaway up to Kinger. Kinger cross ice stretch pass to Mike. Mike's going to pick it up and crash towards the net. Shot and crashes into the boards. Looks all right, but could get a good shot off there. Alti picks it up along the boards, centers it. Can't connect with anyone. Throws it up top. That's held in. Ref signals it's good. Centering pass. Kinger can't get a shot off. Sent to the mid boards. And Colorado Springs going to come up with it and skate it out of the zone. Tigers going to skate it in a little thin defensive end. Loose puck along the mid boards. Alti comes up with it, and it's going to be able to skate it out. Pressured by the Tigers, and they lose it in neutral zone. Tigers going to skate it in the zone. D forces them wide. Shot on goal. And Connor blocks it. It bounces in the crease, and Littleton's able to send it over to the short boards. That was a close, good scoring opportunity for the Tigers. It was close to a goal.
Team assist.
Alti skates it up through the ice. Gets it in the zone, but not deep. And finally punched down deep. Eli's forechecking hard into the corner. Eli throws it out front. Nobody's home. Bernsey cuts across at the blue line, throws it down in the corner. Loose puck battle in the corner. Tigers come up with it. Coy's forechecking, and they're going to throw it up the ice, and that's going to be an icing. Be back in just a second. All right, so after an icing face-off down in front of the Tigers goalie, Mike on the face-off, and sends it to the middle, can't connect. Tigers are going to skate it out of the zone. Mike picks it up in the neutral zone. Skates towards the blue line, has his pocket picked. Billy picks it up and sends it deep into the far corner. Alex is going to pick it, get there first, pick it up. Skates it down beneath the goal line. Can't get a centering pass picked up by the Tigers. They send it up to their winger and out. Burnsy tried to push it back in deep, but it got blocked. And up towards the Littleton Hawks blue line, and it looks like we have an offsides whistle. .808 left in the first period. 0-0 score. Alti on the face-off, wins it back to his D. D punches it out of the zone, through the neutral zone, and down into the Tigers' end, but not enough for an icing. Alti forechecks hard into the corner. Gives it to Ogre. Ogre finds it, skates secondly behind the net, throws it in front, picked off. Alti has it again, shoots. Kinger picks it up, sends it across wide, and Littleton gets it there up to the point, shoveled to the midboards. This puck down low, picked up by the Tigers. They're quick on picking up that puck. Punch towards the net and wide short side. Kinger pressing down low. Now Alti's with him. And Steven retreats back. Puck goes around behind the net, whipped up the middle, held in by Littleton. Steven has it, stick handling up the slot. Poked over to the short boards. Back to Alti. Alti across to Luke. Luke shoots it high. Littleton picks it up, tries to shove it in short side. And the goalie tight on the post and covers the puck. 7:02, first period. Good effort there, but not able to score. We got Mikey out here on the draw with Coy and Eli. Miles and Kaysen on G. Face off to the winger and immediately shot by Eli. Just goes wide and into the corner. Littleton picks it up, dumps it down deep to Coy. Coy battles in the corner. Eli comes up to the point. Kaysen sends it across and it's going to pop out. Had to make sure they were playing safe there. And the puck quick by Miles and it's going to pop into a 2-on-1. But Littleton gets back, steals the puck and prevents a scoring opportunity there. Mike gets it, throws it out front. Coy's there, can't connect with it. And then pops onto Mikey's stick right in front of him, backhands it and goes wide. Really great effort there by Mike. Couldn't quite get it home, but good opportunity. Battling down low, Eli forces the puck around behind the net. Mike gets it along the half boards, pushes it down low. Loose puck battle. Mike comes up with it again. Tries to stick handle towards the net. Gets his pocket picked. Back up to Miles. Shot from the point. Goes wide. Mike picks it up down low. Throws it out front. Lots of bodies in traffic there. And the Tigers are going to get it and clear it out. Not enough for an icing, so Laser gets back. It was going to hit Connor anyways. Laser sends it up the boards to Eli. Eli punches it across the blue line. Let's see if Littleton can get something with the transition and offense. Coy skates it in, can't get it deep. Billy gives challenge at the blue line, and it's going to be popped out by the Tigers. Comes the Littleton D, cross ice pass. Laser gets it, dumps it down deep. Eli forechecks really hard. He's going to get there first. Reverses it, comes back up, throws it down front. Eli comes up with it again. Center shot, picked off. It's loose up high. And Tigers are going to ice it. Yep, that should come all the way back down in front of their goalie. And we get a couple, finish our line change there. Eli comes off for Daisy, Bacon, and Alti. Couple good scoring chances there. Made to put one home, Littleton Hawks. Wilmer and Burns on the defensive end. 5:05 on the clock, first period, 0-0. Face off. One back to Littleton in, but then pop it out of the zone. Comes to central ice. Hawks try to regroup and send it wide. Alti chasing for the puck. And we're going to have offsides played. Daisy was just a little bit ahead of the puck there. So we'll line up again just outside the blue line. Face off, one back to Littleton D. Skated up, trying to get it into the zone onside. So Steven carries it in. Gets his pocket picked along the short boards. Littleton pinches, holds it in. Kinger there, punches it down low. Loose puck battle. Steven comes up with it, can't get it deep. And it's going to be squirted out. Layden Young, that's it. Littleton quickly regroups and Mike misses the puck, can't get it deep again. Regroup again. Luke skates it in, gets a shot blocked, goes wide. Sure. So, puck down beneath the net. Littleton forward checking hard. Creates a turnover. Kingseed crashes the puck, sends it wide. Steven wins the paddle there, gets a stick lifted, and the Hawks are going to let it come out of the zone. Number 5 is really racing on there. Steven staying with him, shot onto Connor, and saved there. Sorry for the camera being a little behind. Down low, Littleton defense tries to run a breakout. They look tired, get it out of the zone though. And the puck is sent down behind the Tigers' net. Steven chases it down in the corner. Takes the turnover at the blue line. Laser picks it up and skates it down deep. Looking for a pass. Shoots on net, and it's covered by the goalie. I love throwing it on the net. No, that's not a great angle shot, but still there's a lot of Littleton Hawks camping out right there at the crease. Most of the time you're going to maybe get a rebound there. And some easy goals. Quick line changes here. Alti out here on the face-off with Coy and Eli. Won by the Tigers. Into the corner and forechecked hard and pressure applied by Littleton. Coy picks it up, skates it in the corner. Looking for Eli in front. He stops, reverses, uses his body, protects the puck. Loose puck battle down behind the boards. Coy's got it pinned along the boards pretty well. 3 Littleton Hawks there. Eli comes up with it, sends it up top to the point to Miles. Miles sends it back down low to Alti. Alti circles. Loses possession. Loose puck battle along the boards now. That push down deep. Eli's forward checking hard. Pressures. Springs player falls down. Littleton deep pinches and holds it in. Eli's going to get to the boards, pick up the puck. Got a second to look. Passes it back to Miles. Miles sends it back down low. I really like getting the puck down low. Eli takes a little body action, keeps the puck down there. Sends it up and finally the Tigers are going to pick it up and skate out of the zone. Good rush attack, blocked by Littleton. And Littleton picks it up and skates it out of the zone. Alti picks up the board on the half board. Going to gain the zone. Gets it deep into the corner. Squirts away from him and the Tigers pick it up. And Coy applies forecheck and has a body collision with the Tigers player. I think we're going to maybe get a penalty. Maybe that was offsides. Yeah, offsides. No penalty. Take that back. But some heavy body collisions in the corner there. No call, and that's all right. Mike out there with Bacon and Daisy. Face off, controlled by Littleton, punched into the zone, and then immediately shot back all the way down by the Tigers D. Littleton D, pass the pass behind the net. Goes around the boards, can't control it. Loose puck battle in the corner and set up to the point. Shot from the Tigers point, blocked. And Littleton has numbers going up the ice. They can get the puck. Here we go, we got a breakaway. Mike has it in front, shoots and he scores! Way to hustle there. Great effort on this line, not giving up on the puck. Go down, take a 1-0 lead. 1:28 in the first period in our championship game. Let's go, Hawks. Sometimes the puck just pops onto your stick and you get a breakaway. When you skate hard, good things like that tend to happen. Face off, down by Alti, pushed forward immediately by the Tigers and called offsides. This is what they did yesterday. After we scored a goal, they immediately came back and pushed forward on a face-off, trying to give a scoring opportunity. We got lucky with the offsides there. Alti with the face-off again. Push forward again. Alti steps by, picks up the puck. Can't control it. Squirts into the Littleton zone. Pressure's hard. Alta gets into the corner. Has someone open at the back door. Centers it, and the Tigers intercept the pass. Pops out of the zone. Landon had passed it. Passes over to his D partner. Sends it up to Alti on the far side. Alti deeks. Gonna get it into the zone. Skating wide. He has Alex right with him. Alex sends it back down low to Alti. Alti stick handles. Has it behind the net. Reverses. Throws in front. Nobody's home. Alex Day is pressing hard down low. And the Tigers come up with it. They got a 3-on-2 developing. Oh, no. Oh, wait, both the Littleton D and the puck carrier fell down right at the blue line. And we got lucky there. Alti now has a 1-on-1 developing. He's deking. He blows it by him. Dekes him inside out and scores 5-hole. What an inside out move. What a way to bury it. That was some awesome finishing right there by Alti. He's having a great tournament on both ends of the ice and comes up with another big goal. Had a double deke and a great finishing move this morning. This one matches that one. Awesome, awesome goal. 30 seconds left, first period, 2-0 Littleton. Super impressed with that move right there. Putting that defenseman right inside out. Little forehand, backhand move. Goes down and puts it between the pads for the goal. Face off, 1 to Ogre. Ogre's going to push it up. Got 20 seconds here. Sends it in the middle of the ice for Mike. I think Mike steps on the puck and falls. Colorado Springs is going to recover and skate it out of the zone. They're driving hard to the net, but Littleton swarms the puck and punches it into the corner. Little physical play along the boards. 6 seconds left in the period. Sent down low to Laser, and he's buried in the corner. And that's going to take us to the end of the first period. With a 2-0 lead, Littleton comes out strong with a strong finish, and we'll be right back. All right, 12 minutes on the clock. Start of the second period. Littleton with the 2-0 lead off some goals in the last couple minutes of the first period. Great efforts there. Some stick handling and luck, and some dedication and hard work's paying off for the Hawks. Mike with the face-off, pushes it forward, can't quite control it, drops his glove. 3-on-3 developing the other way. Shot. Oh, no. Hits Cotter in the pads and just trickles through. That's a heartbreaker in the first 11 seconds of the second period. The Tigers cut the Littleton lead in half, 2-1. And we'll have to regroup after that play. Not the way we wanted to start the period, but we still have the lead. So let's keep digging, play aggressive hockey, and get that one back. Alti out on the face-off with Eli and Coy. Face-off down. This puck back to the Littleton D. D punches it up to the board to Eli. Eli bounces off the wall to Alti. Alti takes it into 1-1 developing. Alti pulls up, hits the brakes, and accidentally pops it out of the zone, and Littleton will have to clear. They get out. Wide pass to Coy. Coy gets it in the zone. And a little miscommunication there on that line. Didn't get the puck deep, and we're going to have a face-off whistle. A face-off at this close dot outside of the blue or attack zone. Same line down here. Lucan Landon on the defense. Littleton gets it, knocks it into the zone, but can't control. Skates it out. Littleton D picks it up, sends it up to the center. Alty skates up the ice. 3-on-2 developing. Tries to stick handle through the D and gets his pocket picked. Tigers punch it out of the zone. Landing chases, wraps it around behind the net. Alty picks it up in the far corner. Goes bring it back. Looking for a long stretch pass. Finds Eli at the center ice. Eli's first touch is a little too long and can't control it, but gets it into the zone, and it just pops out briefly. And we have offsides again on Littleton. Miles and Kaysen out on D. Billy Bakken, Mike, and Alex out on the forward lines. Shot from Mike at a low angle, bounces off the goalie, pops up to the point. Miles pinches, throws it down into the corner. Comes back up to Miles, throws it down in the corner again, blocked. Loose puck battle on the half boards and finally going to pinch out of the zone. Tigers chase hard after the puck, step on the puck, fall down, and Littleton picks it up behind our net. Runs the breakout, can't find the center, and turnover along the far boards. Tigers going to pick it up first, push it back down deep. Loose puck battle in the corner. Miles comes up with it, reverses. And Casey's going to punch it up the wall. Still not out. Dump back down in the corner. Miles gets chased. Uses his body. Comes up with the puck and it sends back down low. Centering pass by the Tigers, deflected out of the zone. And Alex gives a hard chase down into the end, but can't get there first. Tigers going to send it around. And reversed. Casey's going to pinch and hold it in. Oh, nope. The puck lost its momentum, and Kaysen has to let them send it out all the way down. No icing here. Littleton D picks it up behind the net. Sends it up to the winger. Picked up. Shovel back down deep. Littleton's going to regroup behind the net. We had a missed pass and a terrible turnover up front, and Connor comes up with a huge save. 1-0. And Littleton got real lucky there. Got to be real sure with your defensive passes right now. And with 9:14 in the second period, we're going to have our goalie change. Great job, Connor. Exits the game with the lead, and Emma comes in a 2-1 game. Face off to the right of Emma. Alty's going to take it. With, I still think that's Day and Bacon out there. Face off. Goes down low with the Daisy. Sends it up the corner. And Alty skates it out of the zone. Looks wide for Bacon. Oh, I'm sorry. We got Kinger and Ogre not out there now. I didn't see the change. Sorry about that, folks. Kinger presses along the wall. Alty stick checks. And Tigers try to split the Littleton D, and they can't. Picked up by Littleton D and punched out of the zone. Tigers regroup and enter the zone with some speed. Number 5, one-trick pony, shoots. Can't score. Gets the puck behind the net. Big save there by Emma with the blocker. And a loose puck battle in the corner. Comes up to the Tigers' point. Shot. And Emma makes a save. No rebound. She covers it up there. Lots of traffic in front. Way to control the puck, Emma, and not give up the rebound. 8:24, second period, 2-1 Littleton lead. Eli and Coy out there with Mikey. Mikey pushes it forward. Gets skated out of the zone, tries to split the D and has his pocket picked. Tigers reverse it, send it down low. Landon's going to chase the puck down behind the net. Heavy forecheck by the Tigers. Landon quickly sends it up to the winger. Eli punches up the board but can't get it out. Tigers push it back down deep. Littleton pushes it back up the boards. And Eli deflects it, going to get out of the zone. Overskates the puck, but comes back to him. Sends it up to Coy. Coy catches on the backhand, enters on the close side. Skates it down in the corner. Scratch the net. Attack. Tigers come up with it. Go into the corner and reverse it all the way around. Eli forechecks it into the corner. Applies pressure. Send it to the half board. The D pinches. Holds it in. Luke has it. Tries to shoot it down low. Gets blocked. Send around again. Tiger's going to pick it up and be able to exit the zone. Oh, Mike applies a lot of pressure. Coy's there too. Creates a turnover. Mike gets it. Shot. Blocked. And trickles just wide of the net. Tigers get it. Send it up to the point. Not out. Luke gets a shot. Blocked by number 15, Coy. Goes down for a second. Pops back up. That stung a little bit, but he's forechecking hard down low. Yeah. Got a little anger in him there. So Coy's fighting for the puck. Tigers come up with it. And then looking to skate out of the zone. Fan on the pass. Great turnover to Coy. And he shoots it. Bad save. Goes into the corner. Coy tries to use his body. Gets held down. No call there. Eli has it on the half board. Finds Mikey in the middle. Or the high slot. Can't control it. Trickle over to the half boards. Tigers going to push it up and finally get it out of the zone. Some good offensive pressure there from the Hawks. Hawks still trying to pressure at the blue line. Tigers finally come up with it. Get it down into the zone. We got a 2-on-1 developing. And Littleton blocks the pass. Sends it up to Eli, and Eli's going to skate it out of the zone wide. Needs to get it deep. Makes a move at the blue line. Still has it on his stick, and we got an offside call. Stick handling at the blue line. Great way to cause offsides there, Eli. So, after some exciting action on that last shift, fresh legs out here with Alex Day, Mikey, and Bacon. Laser and Goat on the defensive end. 6:04, second period, 2-1 Littleton. Cheering from the crowd as they want a goal. Let's go, Hawks. Alex takes it, skates it down into the zone. Tries to center it, misses the puck. Hawks have been good about keeping the puck pressure down deep and getting it down low. Puck's rimmed around the boards, takes a weird bounce off the board, pops out front. Controlled by the Tigers. Good forecheck by Ulti. It causes a turnover. Still has it in the zone. Comes to the half boards. Tigers throw it up and it's going to pop out. Collision at the blue line. No call there. Oh, we do have an offside. Intensity picking up in this game. Everybody needs to keep their head up. Keep it clean. Bernsey and Wilmer on the defensive end. Face off at center ice with Alti, Bacon, and Daisy. Face off. One back to the Littleton end. Picked up by Bacon. Skates it to the boards. And smacked way wide. That's going to be an icing call. Unless it hits the goalie, and it does. Oh, no, they're going to call icing on that. It must have touched the side of the net. So we'll have the face-off all the way down here to the right of Emma. Just over halfway through the second period, 5:17 on the left on the clock. Face-off by Mikey, pushed forward. Controlled by the Tigers and sent back down deep behind the net. Centering pass picked up by Littleton. Sent up by the wingers. And Littleton's going to skate it out of the zone. Mikey has it, takes it wide. Littleton stays on sides. No, apparently they didn't. I really thought they held up and waited for the puck there, but the Zebras did not think it was the case. So, face off in the neutral zone just outside the blue line. Steven, Mike, and William out there on the forward line. Number 10 pushes it forward, can't control it. Ogre crashes in, sends the puck to the boards, but not in. Tigers try to punch it into the Littleton end. Defense says no. Loose puck along the boards, still battling. punch down into the zone and back out. Tigers come up with the puck, skate it through the neutral zone, send it down deep. Going to be controlled by the Littleton team. Luke has it, sends it up off the glass, and pops out for a second. Immediately brought Bracken offsides. That's a tongue twister for me. And we're going to have a face-off in the neutral zone just outside the Littleton defensive end. Eli Coy and Alti on board line. Face off, won by Alti. Skates it wide. Turns it over. And Littleton D knocks it away on the rush attack for the Tigers. Physical play down low. Eli comes up with the puck, sends it up to Alti. Alti gets to the point, but can't get it out. The D pinches in. Eli tries to backhand it again. Finally does smack it out. And that's a good play. Not enough for an icing. And let's see if Littleton can run a trap and hold it in. Eli goes to the blue line, sends it back down deep. Picked up and finally cleared out. Littleton clears the zone. Tigers come up with the puck, skate it through. Eli back checks hard. Alti's there as well. And we got a penalty on Eli. I think he tripped his guy up there. The number 20 is going to be heading to the sin bin. Got to keep the feet moving there. Keep the stick out of the feet. So, with 3:34 left in the second, the Tigers will have a 1-minute power play. Their star player, number 5, takes the face-off, wins it back, sends it into the slot. Puck pops loose and onto their tape and immediately shelf to tie the game at 2. That took all of 7 seconds. Can't be getting in the penalty box. Littleton Tigers tie it up at 2. And just like that, Littleton sees their lead evaporate. We need to keep fighting, winning those loose pucks. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we got to bring our A game. Face off, push forward by Mike, gets it into the zone. Has it wide, shot on that, loose rebound, punch, and it just trickles out on the crease. Tried to be cleared by the Tigers, hits the defense, and then they get it, skated up 3-on-1. Littleton D forces them wide, picks up, sent up to the boards. Winger can't control. Littleton D controls around the boards. Tries to run breakout, can't connect. And finally, Bernsey punches into neutral zone. Quick recovery by the Tigers. Weak shot in on Emma and easily deflected wide with her paddle. Mike gets it, skates it up, tries to send headman pass to Kinger, deflected. Tigers going to regroup in the neutral zone. And that's going to be an offside entry. We'll try that again. 2:27, second period, 2-2 game. Face off, one back to Littleton. Punches it up to neutral zone. Knox picks it up. Stick handling through. Heavy crowd. Can't get it into the zone. Goes back to Landon. Landon sends it wide off the boards into the zone. And smacked down deep by the Tigers. They wave off icing. Landon picks it up in the corner. Quickly sends it up to Daisy on the board. Daisy gets it out of the zone but can't connect with Alti. And Alti and Daisy battle along the blue line. Can't get it in. And that's almost offside. I guess it didn't go in. Loose puck race. Luke chases it down into the Littleton defensive end. Tigers wrap it up the boards. Shot on goal, blocked by Emma. Picked off and punched out of the zone. Again, not going to be enough for icing here. Good forecheck by Alex Day there. Turns it over to Mike. Mike skates around the corner. Sends it into the high slot, up to the point. Shot, blocked. Alex has it. Shot, blocked in front of the net. Eli standing there. Forechecks hard. Tigers send it up the board. Littleton picks it up at center ice. Regroups. Once transition defense. Can't connect on the pass. Tigers stick handling and high in the Littleton defensive zone. Puck over to the boards. Laser sends it behind the net. Tigers going to get there first. Up to the point. Back down the boards. Played by Mike. Alex picks it up. That was Miles, number 9. Not number, not Casey. But, Alex is number 7. There we go. Oh, glove saved by Emma as the Tigers come into the zone on a rush attack, and she flashes the glove up, Statue of Liberty style, and makes the save. Way to be ready for that one, Emma. No, we've got Alti out here, I think, with Kinger and Steven. Oh, nope, it's going to be Eli and Coy. Littleton wins the faceoff, can't control it. Kept in the zone. Bernsey wraps it around, and that's the end of the second period. 2-2 game. We'll be back in a second. All right, 12 minutes on the clock, third period, 2-2 game. Big period for Littleton. Face off, one in the neutral zone. Tigers pick it up. Shot on net, way wide. Coy chases into the corner. Alti picks it up. Alti and Eli are running up the ice. Alti stick handles wide through the middle. And gets his pocket picked. Littleton's going to regroup. Skate in the zone. Shovel down deep into the corner. Alti gives chase. Going to get there first. Wins the loose puck battle. Centers it to Eli. Can't connect. And Eli's going to back check as the Tigers try to take it into the zone. Shot from a low angle in the corner, goes wide. Another shot on Emma. Eli picks up the loose rebound in the slot and sends it too far down. That's going to be an icing. So that come back to the right of Emma, and we'll try it again. 10:50 in the third period, running clock this period. Face off, pushed forward by Mike. Again, he's got that move down. Has a 1-on-2 developing. See if he can stick handle through him. Gets poke checked away. Landon tries to hold it in the zone, and finally it pops out all the way back to Burns. Landon picks it up, sends it into the far corner. And the Tigers going to get there first and wrap it around the boards. Landon pitches, holds it in the zone. Down into the corner. Tigers going to get it and skate it up out of the defensive end. Loose puck battle at the red line. Flick forward to Kinger. He's going to pick it up, skate it into the zone. Has it for a shot, deflected. Mike picks it up, pushes it down low momentarily, comes up to the point. Littleton holds it in. Mike has it, skates down in the corner, stops, centers. Finds Eli open in front, or Ogre in front. Steven gets a shot, and that's a save by the Tigers goalie from the high slot there. Or I guess it's maybe the more the middle slot where the hash marks are. Well, let's go Hawks. We need to bury one here. Take the lead in the third period. Mike's face off, Kinger on his left, William Kingseed on his right. Or Ogre on the left, Kinger on the right. Mike comes up with it, gets it, pushes his face off forward as he's been doing all day. Gets it right in front of the net and shot and the save by their goalie. Puck goes into the corner. Steven pushes it back down low to Mike. Mike back up to Steven. A little hard to see what's going on here. Up to the point for Goad. Goad sends it back into the corner. Mike has it in the corner looking for someone in the front of the net. Tigers come up with it. Littleton forechecks. Causes a turnover. Sends it into the corner. Mike's going to pick it up. Shoots on net. Pops out front. Kinger can't get it. The rebound. Kinger sends it the high slot to Ogre. Ogre shot. And save again. Pad save by the Tigers goalie. Tigers wrap it around. Comes back up to Miles. Miles has it. Miles sends it way wide over to Laser. And Laser is unable to hold it in. They're going to have a rush. Miles is going back. Forces the knee go wide. And they're able to go backhand forehand and get it by Emma to take the lead. 3-2. Oh, no. 8:55 in the third period. That will stop the clock momentarily. I hate to see a get beat like that. Great effort. I just couldn't get the step to catch up with that. Tigers player showed a lot of effort there. Speed to get by our D. There's still time. Got to get this one back, Hawks. Face off. Looks like we got a penalty here, a high stick. Somehow I think Billy maybe caught a stick up there and caught one of the Tiger players in the face. So number 18 is serve a 1-minute penalty. Really would like to see the refs escort their offending player to the box after this morning when there was mass confusion about who was getting the penalty and we get a game misconduct or a 10-minute misconduct. But here we are. Face off, one by Mike, pushes it forward, comes up to the blue line but not out. Number 5, OTP sends it deep into the corner. Littleton bounces off the back of the net and Littleton pushes it into the corner. Alti, skate checks hard. Shot. Pops out up high. Stick handling. And a shot. Oh, no. Emma's unable to control the rebound. And the Tigers punch it home. Take the lead, 8:22. Third period. That will clear the 33 seconds off the board. That's up at least 2 power play goals, I think, for the Tigers this game. Going to the box is really hurting the Hawks tonight. Still time to regroup. Dig deep. Get hard, Hawks. Mike takes the face off. Pushes it forward. Can't control it. Skated deep by the Tigers. The shot deep. Emma paddles it wide. Landon picks it up behind the net. Runs the breakout up to the wing. Billy can't find the center. Throws it at, or Kinger can't find the center. But Mike picks it up. Has it. Shot wide. Puck down behind. Littleton gives chase. Pressures, throws it up front. And the Tigers send it into the corner. Tigers going to pick it up and skate it out of the zone. Kinger's pressuring. They can't get there in time. Luke steps up in the neutral zone. Kinger's going to have to play some defense here. Try to keep him wide. And he goes around. Shot. Ellen makes a paddle save and keeps it out of the net. Up through the slot. Rebound into the corner. Picked up and sent up by Landon and not out. Finally, the Hawks are scrambling, but able to punch it out. Sent back into the zone and punched back out by the Hawks. Playing passing between our D. Kinger gets it in the zone, can't get it deep. Shot from the blue line and Laser shoots it in. Saved by the Tigers goalie. Four unanswered goals by the Tigers here. Littleton needs to respond. 6:52 on the clock. Face off one. Back to the point and jumped down deep by Laser. Koifoy checks hard in the corner. Centering pass, and it just trickles in on the Tigers goalie, and he's able to cover it. No bad shots right now. Everything on net. Crashed the goalie. He has been making rebounds, giving up rebounds today. Pass comes to Eli in the center, can't control it, and the Tigers skated out with speed. Racing up, gets around Laser, but loses the puck and goes into the corner. Dumped down low, Eli gets it, punches into the corner, and gets bodied off. And Littleton's going to skate it out the zone on the other side. Pass up to Knox. Alti punches it deep down in, but falls down. Billy chases down the puck, finds Eli up front, but can't get the shot off. Puck is going to be popped out of the zone. Miles gets there first, can't control it. Laser takes a big swipe at the puck and stops the rush. Littleton D has it, punches it out of the zone. Eli picks it up, gets it into the zone. Needs to get it deep. Stops, turns, drives it down the boards. Sent all the way around. Finds Alti. Alti can't control it. Turn over to Mike. Mike's shot. Has Eli in front. Eli's going to pick it up. Can't get a shot off. Eli has it on the half boards. Pushes it down low. Still skating, reverses, falls down. Alti's there. Tigers come up with the puck in the corner. Littleton forces a turnover, sends it down low. Eli forechecks hard. Scoops the puck behind the net, centers it up front, and Mike smacks it, but can't bury it. Great opportunity there. Great work down low by Eli. But Hawks can't seem to figure out this goalie right now. 5:03, third period. Starting to get crunch time. Who's going to be the hero? Face off, pushed forward by Mike. And the Tigers cleared out of the zone. Immediately punched back in offsides by the Littleton Hawks. We'll try this again from the neutral zone. Steven on the left wing, Kinger on the right, and Mike in the center. Face off, push forward by Mike. Gets it in the zone, 2-on-1 developing. Sends it over to Steven. Steven shoots. And the Tigers goalie got a great push there and was able to make lateral movement to make the save there. Littleton still has it. Kinger with a shot. Down low. And there's a bunch of bodies on the ice. And somehow the Tigers goalie makes another couple saves that are just amazing. Loses his stick in the process. And we'll try this again from the right faceoff dot. Let's go, Hawks. Find that net. Find that net. Faceoff, push forward by Mike. Pops over to the right wing, and they're going to skate it out of the zone. And number 89 blows by RD. Gets down low, shot wide. Going to be picked up by Littleton. Skated out of the zone with some speed. It's tripped up, 2-on-2. Kinger, back to Mike. Oh, Mike can't backhand it in. And he takes the shot after the play. Refs aren't going to call anything on that, but classic Tigers move. Good offensive pressure there. Let's see if we can't build this momentum. We got Alti, Eli, and Billy out here. Eli gets it, sends it back to the point. Billy has it, gets a shot, deflection, save. Alti gets a rebound, save again. Puck down low. Eli forechecks, pokes it into the corner. Tiger's gonna get there. Littleton pinches, tries to hold it in the zone. They do, they send it back down. Eli forechecking hard. Tiger skated behind the net, send it up to the point. Littleton holds it in. Shot. Blocked in front. Eli gets it. Shot. High shoulder save from the goalie. Oh, that was a great opportunity, Eli. Wilmer punches it back down low. Alti has it in the corner. Stick handling, creates some space, reverses. Sends it back up the boards. Who's in front? Puck comes around the edge. Laser decides to pinch. Flings it in front. Comes to Eli, can't control. 1-on-2 developing. 14 for the Tigers, comes up with a lot of speed. Flings it up to Emma. Another Statue of Liberty save with that glove, standing up. 3:11, third period. Hawks down 2. Face off, won by Littleton. King gets it, punches it out of the zone, and Coy's got a forecheck hard to the puck. Can't get there first. Tigers push it out of the zone. Littleton needs to clear, and that's offside. Just under 3 minutes left in the game. Let's focus on just getting one. Mike has been going forward all day. Coy jumps in, helps him out. They punch it into the zone. Goes back to the Tigers D, and they smash it out. Lots of bodies in the neutral zone. Tigers come up with it. Get it into the zone. OTP shot from the corner, saved by Emma. It's going to bounce up to the point. Two Littleton players overskate it, but it finally comes to Coy. He drives it down into the corner. Held in by Littleton. Sent across the blue line. Luke picks it up, rifles a shot, gets blocked. Littleton has it. Shot from low angle. Puck's loose and free in front of the net. Luke pinches, holds it in. Kinger has it in the corner. Kinger centers it, can't connect. Need a back check. Hawks need a back check. Comes out. Mike has it. Littleton clears the zone. Can't get it deep. Tigers stick handling. Poke free by Littleton. Coy Johnston has it. Drives down the left side. Gets into the corner. Loose puck behind the net. And the Tigers come up with it. And they run a breakout up to the winger with some speed. And challenged at the red line by one. Stick handled by the other. And Emma makes a huge save there with 1:35 to keep it a 4-2 game. Nice moves by the Tigers there. Tigers driving towards the net. Stick slip by Miles. Causes the puck go behind the net. And Tigers try to punch it in short side, and they can't. Pops up front, and they get a backhand goal. Ouch. That one hurt. That pretty much seals the game for the Tigers. Minute 19 left in the third. Littleton fought hard. Just couldn't lock it down. Face off, controlled by the Hawks, send into the zone. Burnsy sends it down deep from the red line. Hawks forecheck. See if they can get a turnover down low. Puck comes behind the net. They pass it up to the winger. Littleton holds it in. Eli swings at the puck, falls down. Alti challenges. And number 5, One Trick Pony, tries to deke wide and score again, and Burnsy says, no way. Get that junk out of here. Landon picks it up, skates it up, sends it over to Eli. Eli gets the pocket picked, and the puck comes out zone. Burns shoots it back in. 23 seconds left. We'll get one last line change here. So the Tigers will exact some revenge after losing to the Littleton in the championship game in Steamboat. They'll come back and beat us on our home ice in the Littleton tournament. I have a feeling this won't be the end of this rivalry this season. So 8 seconds left. Littleton sends it through center ice and out of the zone. And that's going to be the end of the game. Congratulations to the Tigers. They played hard. Good effort, Hawks. Not the outcome we wanted. Still a great showing in this tournament. Got things back on the right track and can continue to improve from here. So, final again, 5-2. Tigers over the Hawks for the Littleton 10UA Slapshot Tournament Championship. We'll leave the video on for a minute. See you the handshake. Thanks for tuning in, folks.
Hey guys.
Hi guys.